Hello comrades, welcome back to another workout. Today we'll be running through a nice juicy chest and tricep workout. Let's get it. Just warming up very quickly here today. Doing some warm-ups on the plates. First exercise is some circumductions. I'm going to stay away from the cables today. Just want a quick warm-up. Circumductions as you see first. Forward arm swings. Crisscrossing my hands. This is a solid one, very solid for your chest. Then some 90-degree plate loaded rotations. I'll rest and do that one more time. Same thing, circumductions. Crisscrossing. When you're doing this one, make sure your hands don't pass your torso. There's no need. And resting 5. Hands in line with your shoulders. And just rotating. All right. Working set number 1. Just 120 each side. Same tempo, so 3 seconds on the way down, exploding up for 1. I'm going to aim for 15 reps. If you don't already know, make sure your elbows are tucked in, driving up, squeezing your core, and your feet are flat on the floor. Okay, very good. Right, I'm going to do 3 more working sets here, and I'll run through how to correctly set up in the next set. So I'm just going to briefly and quickly run through with you how to correctly set up on the Smith machine flat chest press. First of all, the obvious one is just make sure the bench is centered not only in the middle of the Smith machine, but in the middle of the bar. Then come back nice and flat with your back and scapula. From here, you're making sure your feet are nice and flat, Then drive up with your hands. This ensures that your scapula is flat as well, because this is going to make sure that when you drive up with every single rep, you're able to effectively use your back to lift as well. Obviously, your chest isn't the only thing working here to lift the weight. Your back is working to lift the weight as well. Then find the center neural markings, which is basically the dots on the bar. Use your thumbs on the bar. Then bring your wrists below the bar, because this Smith machine locks up and forward. That way, when you do lock up and forward, your wrists remain in line with your forearms. There's 220s each side now. I'm aiming for 12 reps, 3 seconds tempo. 8. Very good. That was 12 or 13. Moving into set number 3. Just quickly chalking up, because this is going to be very heavy. Doing 220s and a 10 each side. So 50 kilos each side plus the bar, 120 kilos. I'm going to aim for 8 reps. If I can get 10, I'll get 10. Right, I'm not going to do much talking because this is going to be a heavy ass set. Let's get it. Let's go. We're just gonna stay on it. That was freaking hard. All right, for my final set, I'm gonna add a 2.5 each side in and attempt 8 reps again. Let's get it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have arrived in a final set of the Smith Machine flat chest press. Far out. Oh shit. I just realized I was meant to add a 2.5 each side. Silly me, I forgot. Let's do a drop set. Okay. Drop set to only 120 each side. I'll do this to failure. And I'll do iso holds in the bottom. So the full extension right here. Up. Pause reps. I'll do 2 more. Fire. This is beyond challenging. Very good. See you at exercise number 2. All right. Moving to exercise number 2, which I consider to be the best exercise you can possibly do for your chest, the incline dumbbell chest press. Let's get it. First set, 25 kilos each hand for 15 reps. 3 seconds on the way down, half a pause, then drive up, full extension. 10, last 5. And stop in there. That was actually pretty easy. I'm gonna go to 30 kilos now. Just gonna briefly run through how to perform this exercise with the dumbbells. Make sure you set up at the top of your knees. That way when you fall back, you can easily and immediately get into your first rep. In addition to that, your back and your scapula have to be completely flat on the bench. Open up your chest, bring your elbows in, and keep your elbows in line with your forearms, in line with your palms. That way when you're repping, every single rep remains on your working muscle instead of transitioning to stabilizer muscles, i.e. your forearms and your wrists. Finally, full range of motion, of course, on the way down. Make sure you bring it as close as you can to your chest, and on the way up, just before locking out. Let's go. Now we're doing 30 each side. 3, 5, 7, 9, 1 more. Nice, that was pretty much a perfect set. Third and final set here. I'm going to do 35 kilos each hand. I'm going to attempt 8 reps to 10 reps and finish off the final set with a drop set. Let's go. Nice setup. Eight, nine, 10. That was pretty much perfect. Beautiful. Okay. As mentioned, exactly half in a weight for my drop set to 17.5 to failure. Great. Okay. If I do one more, my bloody pec is gonna fall off the bone. All right. Quick mid-workout intermission. Exactly 1 hour into the workout. Two exercises down, 2 exercises to go. I'm gonna do one more exercise for chest and one exercise for triceps, most likely 4 to 5 working sets, and that'll be it. So far the workout is unbelievable. Top 3 workouts in the last 6 months easy. I'm on one of the biggest pumps I've seen in a long time, which feels very good. And pretty much, yeah, that's it. Hopefully you've been enjoying the video so far, and continue to enjoy the video. Let's get it. All right, I don't even know if you can hear me, but this is exercise number 3, the Pec Deck machine chest flies.
Here's some extra technique tips on how to perform the Pec Deck machine chest flies. First and foremost, make sure that your feet are nice and flat on the floor, as well as your glutes and your back nice and flat on the bench. Then, make sure that your scapula is evenly situated on the bench, otherwise one chest is going to be working more than the other. Now when you grab the handles, make sure that your palms are nice and centered and your elbows aren't flaring out to the side.
15. 2 more sets here. Let's get it. Set number 2 on the Pec Deck machine chest flies. I'm going to be doing 54 kilograms. Let's go.
Now at the peak of every single rep, you want to squeeze and contract your chest as hard as you can. With your elbows coming up, you want to maintain a slight bend, but on the peak, so at the top where your palms meet in the center, you want to extend your elbows slightly, or rather think about closing the gap in between your chest and your shoulders. This way you can maximize the contraction on your chest.
15 reps again, nice and easy. Moving into my 3rd and final set. Okay, again, I'm not sure if you can hear me, but this is the 3rd and final set. I'm doing 75 kilos. I'm gonna attempt 10 reps plus a double drop set.
This is the perfect exercise for any beginner to intermediate lifter. Personally, I don't even perform a free weight, dumbbell chest fly or incline fly. This is always my go-to whenever I perform these or program these for clients. A neat little superset you can also do is supersetting this exercise with the chest supported rear deltoid Pec Deck flies as well.
Easy, 12 reps baby.
Throwing in drop sets from time to time is always the way to go if you want to reach proper failure.
41 kilogram drop set.
Now, I'm referring specifically to technical failure, not complete failure. Complete failure is where your technique and your form completely falls apart. You do not want to achieve complete failure. Maintain technique and tempo.
And now down to 14 kilograms. Very nice. Perfect. Now moving into the final exercise for triceps. Okay, for the tricep exercise, it's gonna be a double long rope triceps cable extension, starting on 17.5 kilograms for 15 reps.
Okay, so similarly, I'm going to give you some additional technique tips that you can use when performing this exercise. First and foremost, you want to set up with a very wide base of support. As you can see, I'm lifting quite heavy, and when I do an easy bar tricep cable pushdown as well, the setup remains the same, so always a wide base of support. Your elbows also remain to the side of your torso from start to finish, and for this particular exercise, at the peak of every single rep, so when you're all the way down, you'll want to drive back and out with your triceps as well.
Very nice. 3 more sets, let's get it. Okay, comrades. Second set now, 22.5 kilograms. I believe I can get 13 reps. Let's go.
When you're coming back up from the peak of every single rep, you want to maintain a very nice and controlled eccentric tempo. While you're doing this, your elbows do not move from the side of your torso. Maintain a pivot motion with your triceps. This way you're able to maintain the maximum contraction and range of motion and time under tension in your working muscles, which in this case is your triceps.
Come on, one more. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's no joke. The fourth and final set exercise of the entire workout. Again, 22.5. That's what I did for the final two, all the way to failure.
As mentioned prior, when you want to drop set, make sure that you do enough reps just before your form completely falls apart. Again, that's the difference between technical failure and complete failure. 9 times out of 10, you never want to near or go anywhere near complete failure. That's when your form completely shits itself. Like on screen now, I just stopped 1 rep before everything fell apart and my shoulders started rounding or upper back rounding forward. Again, this is another example of technical failure, not complete failure.
Absolutely finished. Rightio, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that concludes the chest and tricep, juicy chest and tricep workout of today. Look, towards the end, I did my best that I could to get you the best audio quality that I could. Unfortunately, some things are out of our control. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I'll see you in the next one. Let's go!